All right. Special Saturday episode. Let's fucking do it.
Listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit. Not the world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. Better prepare, your anus is gon' get insane. Dude's out of his mind, Dusty Smith's his name. When Jug Rush drops, it's time to begin. You talk about chuds and make fun of them. Then the trash word, oh lord, the wheel's on fire. Beyond parody shit, it's getting so tired. Religious bullshit, you know it won't make you feel like dying. Cause they touching more children than an OBGY. And from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show.
What the fuck's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dusty Show, special Saturday night episode. And I gotta admit, I'm sort of tired. Let me tell you what happened. So, as I do Wednesday night, as soon as the show's over, I start working on the next episode. Because you got to, right? So I'm working and like there's so little content. Sometimes that happens, you know. Sometimes you have like a content drought. So I'm like, fine, I'll work on it again on Thursday. So Thursday rolls around. I'll work on it all fucking day Thursday. Still, very little to report on. Like lots of stuff from Palestine, but I don't want the whole show to be about Palestine. You know, I want to cover it, of course. I feel I've got to cover it. It needs to be covered, but not the whole show. Has to be other stuff out there for me to cover. Still couldn't find anything. So, fine, Friday, I'll hook it up Friday. Friday comes, I work on it. Still ain't a lot of shit to cover, unfortunately. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to do a show if I don't have the shit to cover. So I'll just postpone it until Saturday. Give me an extra day to work on it. Sometimes the show takes an extra day to cook, you know. Make it delicious. Everybody's gravy. That's what I'm going for here. So last night I got up at midnight. I'm like, I'll work on this for a few hours. At least not past 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Few hours, I'll get this shit done. Dudes, I've been up since midnight last night working on this show. Been 20 hours now working on this fucking show. So I got a pretty good show. It's okay. It's fine. But holy God, like 40 hours went into this goddamn show. It's ridiculous. So whatever. I don't know if anybody's going to show up or not. This is a Saturday show. I don't know how many people knew about it. I used to do the shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. I didn't want to like not do my 3 shows a week. I want to get on my schedule, you know, keep my streak going. So whatever. We're going to fucking do it. And see what happens. But if I seem sleepy, that's fucking why I've been working my ass off. Which, hey, if you like my show and you want to reward all the hard work, please consider super chatting. It's the lifeblood of the show. I read everything you say over here. See the dollar sign. Click it. Click it. See my mouse? Click it over here and donate whatever you want to. And then I will read your words in my beautiful voice. And then I will take your money. That's the way that works. Thank you in advance. Going to read all the super chats at halftime and at the end of the show. Hell yeah. So, anyway, let's go ahead and kick this motherfucking shit off. It's everybody's favorite. It's Chud Watch.
Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about Chud and make fun of them.
Woo! And first up, on tonight's Chud Watch, Vic and Smarmy. Some people just like it when you're racist right to their face. And be honest with you, I kind of understand that, right? It's better to go with the racists you know instead of people that just like racist behind your back. Now, obviously, you should be racist, period. But hey, at least Vivek Ramaswamy knows what he likes. And he likes in-your-face racism.
And that's why I brought on today somebody who I think has some thoughtful perspectives on the future direction of our country, of our conservative movement. And on this question of nationalism and national identity, somebody who I've been fascinated by for a long time and have interacted with on social media, but for the first time we're having at least live form conversation in the offline sense of it. It's Ann Coulter. So Ann, thanks for coming on, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Me too. Thanks for having me. That was a fantastic opening monologue.
Way better than she
I
deserves.
too am a fan of yours. So I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, what needs to be said other than that? I would not have voted for you because you're brown, brownie, brown, brown, brown. So, yeah, get back to your 7-Eleven brownie and shut the fuck up. Basically, is what Ann Couture's saying. And hey, like, at least Vivek likes that sort of thing. That's dirty talk to Vivek, all right? Save that for when the camera goes off. Hell yeah, all right, whatever. Cool, service. Cool. And then, no other week. Another bumbling idiocy from our future president, Donald Trump. I don't know what to say about him anymore, folks. Like his brain is Swiss cheese. I think he got some of those brain worms that RFK Jr. had. Anyway, let's see if you can make sense of this shit.
Thank you very much. Everybody saw what happened today. I don't think we have to do any explaining. I'm not allowed to anyway because this judge is corrupt. He's a corrupt judge. This judge, what he did and what his ruling was is a disgrace. Everybody saw what happened today. He's a corrupt judge and he's totally conflicted. And I got to get back on the campaign trail. I'm not supposed to be here. We are so innocent.
We are
There's
so
never
innocent.
been anything like it. Read every single analyst, legal analyst. I'm innocent, and I'm being held in this court with a corrupt judge who's totally conflicted. Take a look at his conflict.
We are so innocent. This is what you say when you're really, really super fucking innocent. And then, even Fox News, sort of, a little bit, calling him a crook. Now, they are laughing it off. They think it's funny that Trump sat in front of a bunch of oil billionaires and was like, hey, you oil billionaires should give me $1 billion. And if you give me $1 billion, I'll basically give you whatever you want. I'll rewrite all the laws specifically for you so you'll make tons of money destroying the earth. Just give me money. And Fox News heard about this. They're like, isn't he hilarious? What a scamp that Trump is.
Trump reportedly made a big promise to oil CEOs. What did he tell them?
Seems bad.
This is according to the Washington Post. He said, give me $1 billion and I will cut Biden's emission rules and I'll lift the freeze on natural gas permits and other things.
What do you mean, give me $1 billion?
Fundraising.
To his campaign?
Fundraising. Yeah. I need your money and your support. And I'll
That's hilarious. He's bribing the oil executives with destroying the planet for money. It's just so funny. Oh, my God. We laughed as our children's future burned.
I'll help you. He reportedly met with executives from the big companies, Exxon, Chevron, and some of the smaller players, too. I spoke with an oil man who did not attend the meeting at Mar-a-Lago. He said, look, I love Trump, but $1 billion is a big ask. It is not a deal. Because Trump said, I'll give you a deal. I'll do all these things if you can pony up the $1 billion. But that's apparently it.
That's just so typical Trump.
Typical Trump. Oh, but so funny. I can't wait till he rules us all again and destroys our entire planet. Oh, my God. What a stench. What a stench that Trump is. And then, not stopping him, though, folks, from saying the most ridiculous, shameless things. And as we know, shamelessness is their superpower. And yes, they're saying this on purpose. Knowing how ridiculous it is, knowing how it's the opposite of reality, but they do it on purpose because they're trying to stick it to us. They're trying to troll us. Case in point, this kind of shit.
A man who thought an endless stream of made-up, folksy anecdotes were enough to hide the fact that he believed in nothing at all, except building his own brand to help his family get rich.
That's right. The person who believes in nothing except for building their own brand to make their family rich. Joe Biden, of course, that's Joe Biden. Not Donald Trump, no. What brand has Donald Trump ever invented to make himself rich? Name it. What is the name of the brand? I can't even think what it could be. I don't know. Yep, definitely a serious news network. Fox News. And then, always the opposite of reality, folks. We live in a post-truth society. Here's Rick Scott on Fox News.
Then he also said that Trump has never succeeded in creating jobs. Not only the Trump Organization, but he was also president for 4 years and created jobs.
Right. Think about it. When Trump left office, the border was secure, the economy was great, and we weren't at war. Look, just in 3 years and 5 months, what's happened?
Then he also...
Yeah, well, isn't that true? I mean, we weren't at war except for the Afghanistan. The Afghanistan war doesn't count. Everybody knows the Afghanistan war doesn't count. And yeah, I mean, sure, unemployment was like over 6% and 80,000 Americans were dying every single month from COVID. But other than that, it was horrible. Other than that, it was really horrible. But hey, don't tell Rick Scott that, because he don't give a shit. He knows and he don't care. And then Trump derangement syndrome. That's what we get called when we call out Trump for all the horrible shit he does and says. But I think maybe Trump derangement syndrome might be like this lady who is just so giddy that Trump even dared look in her direction. Definitely not a call, folks. And what does that remind me of? Oh, yeah, Mad Max. He looked at me. He looked right at me. He turned his head and he looked straight at me. I'm awaiting Valhalla. Yeah, it's Immortal Joe. That's the perfect Trump, isn't it? Weird, creepy, but hey, he's gonna be our new president, it seems, on account of the other guy not being able to stop murdering children. So what are you gonna do? It's a kooky country. And folks, I covered this on my show before, and I said I thought it was fake. Like, even for me, this was too. Even for me. Even after all the crazy Trump shit I've covered for the last 5 years doing this show, I thought it was fake. The whole diapers over Dems. Real men wear diapers. See that? I was like, this can't be real. There's no way. This is some Photoshop AI bullshit. I was wrong, folks. They are literally doing it in real life. Let's let Ben Meselas explain it to us.
The Midas Touch Network had previously interviewed people like Adam Kinzinger, who were around Donald Trump, who attested to Donald Trump's putrid smell. We shared with you how the Von Schitzenpants name for Donald Trump was first discussed on an episode of Political Beatdown about 6 or 7 months ago on the Midas Touch Network. We broke the story here on the Midas Touch Network from very credible sources in the courtroom, how Donald Trump would kind of fall asleep and pass gas during the early stages of the trial. Let's just take a look at this fact check, though, by Snopes on a important issue, I guess. Did Donald Trump's supporters wear diapers at rallies? Are they wearing diapers at rallies? Because they're trying to get ahead of the fact that Donald Trump smells and all of that. So images show real people holding signs that say, "Real men wear diapers." And the claim that's being made was Donald Trump's supporters are wearing diapers at rallies in the spring of 2024 and holding signs that say, "Real men wear diapers." This is what the Trump supporters were wearing. And I mean, we discussed it before. And so for those saying, "Oh, why are you saying, don't make these things up?" We're not. And I think it is important, again, as a data point, to talk about that this is just what they're doing at events, that they're showing up at events. And, you know, like one of the things that they were also doing at events before this is they had these pee cones. I think they're called like pee cone. They would pee into these cones at the event, which I understand. Like, if you got to go, you got to go.
I understand.
But they would sell the pee cones. Am I saying or pee funnels?
Pee funnel.
They would sell the pee funnels next to hot coffee and pee funnels are being sold at these events. And now at these Trump events, they're actually wearing diapers. And they're saying real men wear diapers. And that's like a thing that's happening at MAGA events. So you've got the pee funnels and you've got a thing that says real men wear diapers. And look, I'm trying to, I truly am trying to approach this with a level of sensitivity. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to mock it. I'm simply saying that this is happening at these events, and I think we need to reflect on the status of our politics in the United States of America, where you are dealing with pee funnels and real men wear diapers and real women wear diapers as a thing that's happening for a political candidate, the leader of the Republican Party, whose lawyer is complaining about him being called von Schitzenpants. Like, I'm not sure I want that. Maybe not the nuclear codes to that guy. Maybe. Maybe.
But he is the odds-on favorite to be our next president in this country. That's amazing. I think we'd all agree. Greatest country in the history of the world. Not just that, greatest country anybody could ever conceive of. America. We're doing fine. We're doing great. Yay us. And folks, Trump had another big, giant fucking rally. Like 1 billion people showed up at his rally for New Jersey tonight. And let's check in to see what top-level ideas he's spreading to all these people.
Silence of the Lambs. Has anyone ever seen the Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man.
So wonderful.
He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner. This poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner.
Great guy.
But Hannibal Lecter.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, the late,
Hannibal.
great Hannibal Lecter.
Late
we
and
have
great.
people
He's dead. He's
that
great.
are being released into our country that we don't want in our country.
Yep. Super serious stuff from the next president of the United States. Yeah, love it. Hoo-wee. It's a great country, y'all. I'm so proud of. I'm proud to be an American. I just want to salute something. And here's the crazy part. That wasn't the most nonsensical speech that was given during this Trump rally. Let's see if you can make any sense out of this motherfucker who spoke just before Trump.
This man in the suit shuffled over, got into my pickup truck, and we started heading towards the city. He immediately asked me what my name was. I replied, Chris. He told me his name. And then he said, how old are you? I told him my age, which was 43 at the time. He told me his age. He said, what month were you born? I said, September. He said, when in September? I said, the 15th. He said, I was born in September, but I don't know what day. So that means in September 1975, both you and I were born. This is a good sign. He then reached into his pocket and pulled out this dagger.
Oh, okay.
I should add now that I felt completely chill about this.
Of course you did.
Didn't bother, and I even joked, you're not going to try and kill me with that, are you?
It's funny.
To which he replied, no.
Not
This
for now.
odd-shaped dagger that he was carrying, he said, I carry this in case I come across any demons or evil spirits when I'm on this road.
Right.
So, yeah, he carries it in case he comes across any evil spirits or demons on that road. He then puts it away. I said, judging by how you're dressed, I take it you're going into the city. He goes, no. Drop me off at the first village we come to. Remember, this is in Africa. So I see this small village and I say, here? He's like, yes, please. So I stop the vehicle and he goes to get out. As he gets out and his foot hits the ground, something changes.
Does it?
His face became all serious.
Oh, okay.
And then he said, and his voice changed.
Okay.
And the way I've described this is it was quiet, but it was loud.
Okay, that makes sense.
It wasn't just coming from his mouth, it was coming from everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And he remarked, Chris, may God bless you many times this day. May God bless you many times this day. And I didn't really think about it much there.
Why would you? Why would you think about that? The whole world was talking directly to you, and it was God. It was the guy with the dagger who was going to stab demons with it, like an episode of Supernatural. Why? It's fine. This is totally normal, folks. It's fine. Nothing to worry about here. Our country is very healthy and very sane. Definitely not nightmarishly hellish and terrifying in any way. And apparently now Republicans are trying to start a database for pregnant women. It's fine. It's all good. It's good. It's good to have databases of pregnant women. Now, this creep show, you got to remember her, like she's the one that gave the rebuttal to the State of the Union address, and everybody was like, holy shit, she's a creepy weirdo. She is really overacting. This is horrible. Well, anyway, she's doing exactly the same thing that she did then again, but this time she's trying to sell the country on a database for pregnant women. She's trying to make it look like a good thing, but basically what they want to do is they want to keep track of who's pregnant, so that I guess if you travel to their state or you suddenly become unpregnant, that they can, put you in prison and whatnot. It's small government, though. Don't get them wrong. It's the small government that they're for, but they want a giant surveillance arm that keeps track of all the pregnant women. But it's good. It's good. She'll explain it. She explains it better than I do. Just hear her out. She's totally normal.
Hi. As a mom, I know that there is no greater blessing in this life than our children. And I also understand the types of challenges that women face during their pregnancy journeys and while raising their kids.
I know, right?
This week, I'm introducing the Moms Act in the Senate. The Moms Act stands for More Opportunities for Moms to Succeed.
Nice.
This legislation would provide critical support to women during typically challenging phases of motherhood. That includes the prenatal, postpartum, and early childhood development stages. To all of my fellow moms out there, my goal is to give you and your children the opportunities to thrive and to live your American dreams. I'll continue to fight to advance a comprehensive culture of life, to empower parents and to grow opportunities for hard-working families so that every child across our nation can reach their God-given potential and every woman can thrive.
That's right. It's a good thing. She's doing it for good reasons, okay? You think that she's doing it for bad reasons, keeping track of all the pregnant women? No. She's nice and totally sane and not terrifyingly scary and creepy in every way. So don't get it twisted. And that is my short but sweet. I think we can all agree that's sweet, so sweet and comforting for the direction of our country. My Chud Watch. Thank you, and may God have mercy on our souls. What do you think about that, folks? Are you ready to sign up for the pregnant woman database that we're all going to force women into? What could possibly go wrong? I can't think of anything. It seems cool. Everything is cool. She has a cat on her tit. Lucky cat. Wholesome vibes. So wholesome. No Stepford wives. Definitely not gonna murder us when we're asleep or anything. I trust her. She's got a kind face. Coat Lady Senator, yes. The best of us all. That's what you're trying to say, I believe. Totally normal. It's all totally normal, folks. These people are going to be ruling us soon. Like, literally. All Joe Biden had to do was not murder thousands of children. That's literally all he had to do. Literally. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world. And he's like, nah, I think I'll murder thousands of children. What the fuck? Whatever. I'm over it. I'm ready for a second life. I'm sure there's something after. I gotta be something after this, folks. This can't be goddamn it. This is too absurd. Creepiest understatements. I am very understated. But what a kind face, I know, right? Trustworthy. That's what you think when you look at that face. I'm looking less fat these days. Where am I? I don't know why. I haven't been exercising very much the last couple of days. I've been busy fucking working and shit. But thank you. Thank you for your honesty. And all right, folks, get your super chats in. We're going to do a Beyond Parody, followed by a religious bullshit, followed by a trash world / what the fuck. And then we're going to read the super chat. So don't miss out on your opportunity to have all of this. Read your words. I know. It's like a dream come true. But first off, it's Beyond Parody. Why is this motherfucker lagging? I don't understand it. destroy everything you find, motherfucking beyond parody. All right, nailed it. First time. First off, folks, hey, guess what just dropped? A new trailer for the greatest animated sitcom ever. Mr. Bertram. Apparently, they're claiming that Adam Carolla tried to get this show picked up on the network for decades. This show was decades in the making, folks. So you know it's got to be fucking good. And then finally, he ended up in the greatest platform in the world, the Daily Wire. Beneath Press, Daily Wire. Yeah. And Jeremy Boring, name checks out, like an executive producer on this show. He's like, finally, we love offending the wrong people. It's a show all about offending motherfuckers, which has never been done before. You know it's going to be good when your entire comedy is based around nothing but attempting to offend people. That's just comedy brilliant. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Bertram.
Yes! Headshot! Woo! Dad, my teammates can see your junk.
Oh, no.
You're welcome, ladies.
First day of school means the bet is on. First one of us to get inside.
Suck, Mr. Butchum!
Ah, Dill got it. Rule number 1, no phones in the wood shop. Fish it out after class.
I found some really great school uniform options to avoid misgendering.
Oh. What about their allergies? Maybe those theys could be lactose intolerant.
No, we can't say intolerance. We have a zero tolerance policy for mentioning intolerance.
When I was a kid, men were men. Now everyone's wrapped up in feelings.
Real men stuff feelings down with red meat, cigarettes, and violence.
They sit putty.
My name is Mr. Wolf. I solve problems.
You know what it takes? Balls. Eyeballs.
Who's gonna say that? We're too young.
Well, actually, I was going to say you're too fat. Keep my wife's name out of your damn mouth. You and the geriatric Girl Scouts will be passed out in an hour.
Pass Mommy the wine. The bottle.
Don't make this a prison hug.
Richard Bertram.
Bertram?
Bertram.
Mr. Bertram. Hey, Bertram.
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 Bertram!
Watch Mr. Bertram, an all-new animated series from Daily Wire Plus.
Let the record show I'm a dick.
Premieres May 12th.
Sean! Oh my God! I can't wait! I can't wait to never watch that crap. Good God! Holy fucking shit! Conservatives are bad at comedy. Let's just say that. Impossible for conservatives to do comedy. Just don't have the intellect for it. Just so hacky, so stupid. They're just trying so fucking hard. I'm so disappointed, Putty. Disappointed in Danny Trejo. What the fuck's up with you, Danny Trejo? Oh, hell no to this. Anyway, whatever. Fucking whatever. Guys, remember when I talked about HBomber guy and then how he made that video and he killed a guy? Remember that? Remember HBomber stole my jokes, plagiarized my jokes, and then he killed a guy? I covered it. He killed this guy. What the fuck was his name? I forget. James Somerton. Remember James Somerton was the guy that was like plagiarizing. He plagiarized everything, folks. James Somerton. And then HBomber guy did like a 3-hour video pointing out all the ways and times he plagiarized motherfuckers, and then James Somerton disappeared. He disappeared. The next thing you know, he sent out a message that says, I'm killing myself. I'm dead. I'm killing myself. And then disappeared. And I was like, oh my God, HBomber guy killed somebody. Well, it turns out, and you're going to laugh, he faked his own death. Yeah, it's just crazy not to work. Anyway, he's now calling himself the Chilean boy, even though he's 40. Not weird. And anyway, he's been on Grindr and he's been posting his junk everywhere. So not dead, just a creepy, alive weirdo. James Somerton. Just want to keep you guys up on that. Yeah, fuck no, what are you gonna do? Hey, I kind of admire that, to be honest with you. That's next level crazy, yo. I'm crazy, but I ain't fake your goddamn death crazy. So kudos to you. And then let's finish off Beyond Parody with my favorite humans on the planet, the Good Liars. First off, they're out covering the huge crowd of Trump supporters that showed up to support Donald Trump at his trial yesterday. You're not going to believe how many showed up, folks.
Stormy Daniels took the stand on Tuesday. We're expecting a huge crowd of Trump supporters.
Huge.
There's one.
Well, do you want to count the dog? Do you want to count the dog?
If you count the dog, there's two.
Two.
And then I see one other guy here. Is your dog a Trump supporter?
No.
No?
He's a dog.
Dog.
Dog?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay,
two.
so
Officially
two.
just two.
Two.
Trump supporters here.
But that's how you get in and you find out the real information. You have to talk to the people on the ground.
Okay, so we have one Trump supporter. The dog does not count, as we said before. And then it looks like we have one other Trump supporter, but maybe some of the people are hidden here or something like that. Excuse me, sir. Sir, are you a Trump supporter? No? You're not a Trump supporter? Okay.
Okay. All right. So
we still have one.
That not another Trump supporter, but here this could be a Trump supporter.
Are you a Trump supporter, sir?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. How many Trump supporters would you say are here today?
Two.
Two?
Okay. A whole two.
Officially two?
Two.
A whole two. So huge crowd turning out to support Trump. And then one more for the good liars. And I love it when they hoisted by their own petard. I love it when they tell the truth and then they immediately realize they accidentally told the truth, so they have to backtrack immediately from the truth they just accidentally told. Case in point, this genius.
Joe Biden put my friends in jail for no reason, for walking around the Capitol. Get the fuck out of here.
Walk around the Capitol? That's terrible, just for walking around the Capitol? What? Oh, it's January 6th.
On that day.
That's the new 4th of July, baby. January 6th.
Baby.
Free the POWs. Proud Boys, baby.
Wait, POWs? POWs are prisoners of what?
Of war. Prisoner of, oh, not war, but it's.
You're saying January 6th, they're prisoners of war because that was an act of war?
No, it was an act of war. Sorry, misspoke.
You didn't think the insurrection was an act of war?
No, it was an act of. It was an act of.
War. You said POWs,
You said
right?
war.
I wouldn't say POWs. I
You did say
misspoke.
that.
Sorry. I would say it was an act of. Of trespassing.
Oh, trespassing.
Joe Biden put my
Act of
friend-
trespass. Oopsies. That's what he really meant. Sometimes you say war, but you mean trespass. Tomato. It's a simple mistake. Any of you could have made it. Anyway, whatever. You think you're so smart. Psh. That is my Beyond parody for tonight. Hell yeah, I told you. Not a lot of content. 40 hours. Just for this bullshit. I know. What you gonna do? But still funny. I think we'd all agree. At least it's the quality that matters, not the quantity. And so he did trespass. Yeah, but that's nothing. They put him in jail for nothing. Don't argue. Don't think about it. Yeah, pedaling back so fast, he's gonna hurt himself. If he had an original thought, it would die of loneliness. And you can see him thinking, yeah, you can see the hamster dying on the wheel in his brain. Sad, so sad, low energy. And, all right, let's move along, folks. It's time for some religious bullshit. Sing along if you know the words. All the party people sing religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. Boom goes the dynamite! And prepare your not a drag queen emojicons, because starting us off, Texas evangelical pastor Bruce Holland has been arrested for possessing and distributing images of girls between the ages of 9 and 12 years old being sexually abused. And I'm like, this guy, he looks so nice. What a friendly looking fellow. I can see why a congregation filed into the pews and paid this man money to teach their religion. Just kind eyes. I think we all agree, kind eyes on this gentleman. And then Georgia Baptist Church deacon Jeff Hefin has been arrested on 65 charges of child rape. Let's check his Facebook. I stand with Trump. Oh my God, who could have seen this coming? What? A Trump supporter is a pedophile? No. Oh, yeah. Okay, that does track, actually. It's almost always a Trump supporter or a deacon or a youth pastor. But hey, keep taking your kids to church, Christians. I'm sure that they'll only get a little bit raped. Just a little bit. It doesn't count if it's a little bit. And that, speaking of creepy Christians who brainwash their children, is this a coincidence or is this God proving he exists? You be the judge.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, nothing happened.
3, 2, 1.
Nope.
3, 2, 1. Lightning!
Nope.
Lightning! Lightning! 3, 2, 1. Now! Hey, God! Light up the sky!
Proof! It worked! You did it!
It's always God.
It's always God. No coincidence.
How many times do we just try going 1, 2, 3, lightning? 1, 2, 3, go! 10 times?
Mm-hmm.
And then first try, I say, God,
First
light
try.
up the sky. Did you see that one? I just got goosebumps all over my body.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Thank you for reminding us that you're right here with God. Because I really need you. Do it without you. God. Good. Hey, God, Sissy wants you to light up the sky again. Now. I said now.
That's right. She said now. He did it afterwards. But you heard her. We tried 10 times, and then on the first try, it worked. So just Christian math. But don't think about it. If you don't think about it, it still doesn't make sense. But don't think about it. Let's just move on. But then on religious bullshit. What we got? Oh, yeah, I got some good ones coming up, folks. Got one more. And this one may be, I'm not saying it's the best religious bullshit clip I've ever played, but it's definitely up there. So let me set this up for you, folks. This guy about to prove the Holy Spirit exists. The Holy Ghost, the magical talking ghost that talks to you and proves that he exists. And it's not creepy or weird. It's just normal Christian stuff. And so how he is going to prove that the magical talking ghost exists is because he's got, even on the side right here, see the sign that says, I'm over it? He is going to, with the power and the help of the Holy Spirit, he's going to jump over this barricade. Now, there's no way that this fat, doughy bitch, this guy who hasn't seen his dick in a generation, who never exercises, there's no possible way he could jump over this barricade unless the Holy Ghost exists, right? So prepare to be amazed by the existence of the Holy Ghost.
See, with the power of the Holy Ghost, this is easy.
Okay, well, no. I got to watch that again. He says, with the power of the Holy Ghost, this is easy.
See, with the power of the Holy Ghost, this is easy.
Okay, yeah. I'm over it. What can I say? And then the guy comes in to try to see how he is, and you can, see his dead body laying on the screen up here. Yeah, no. What do we learn? I'm over it. Well, I guess that means the Holy Ghost doesn't exist? No, that can't mean that. I guess that means the Holy Ghost hates him? Yeah, it's more likely. Holy Ghost exists, but he hates this guy in particular. So, go on, Holy Ghost, one more time. It's easy. Woo! Yeah, so easy. Never seen anything easier in my fucking life, y'all. Just saying. And that is my religious bullshit. Fuck yeah! You go, Holy Ghost. I love you. Power of the Holy Troll. I know, right? That was an awesome prank. Just a prank, bro. Call me convinced. Oh, yeah, little faith. What's wrong with you guys? Thinking for yourself and having thoughts and shit. Don't you know that'll put you in hell directly in the pit? And anyway. Ouch. Yeah, it looks painful. You don't want to fuck with the Holy Ghost. He's got a mean streak in him. Better donate for his medical expenses. He'll make a shit ton of money. Don't worry. They love being conned, so they'll take care of him. All right, we're alone. What we got up next, folks? We go to a trash world. What the fuck? And then we're going to read the super chat. So if you haven't got your super chats to reward this amazing Saturday show, don't make me beg, because I just beg more. And let's do it. It's time for Trash World. What the fuck? WTF? WT fuck? What the F? All of it. All of it forever, always. And first off, on Trash World, you guys know what Bumble is? Bumble is that bumblefuck dating website where supposedly the women have to message you first. I think they changed that recently because the women are like, we don't want to fucking do that anymore. But usually, used to be that was like their gimmick. Women message the dudes first. So you know, like if a woman messages you, you're fucking in like flam, motherfuckers. Well, now they're talking to the founder. And the founder's like, in the future, you'll make an AI for yourself, and the woman will make an AI for themselves, and then your AIs will date each other. And then if your AIs get along, then and only then can you finally meet the other person. And they're like, what the fuck? AIs get more play than I am? Oh, hell no, you don't, AI. Hands off my women's AI. I am not using that website. Not that I was going to. Definitely not now. And then... did you guys hear about the Houston police chief that had to retire after it was discovered that more than 260,000 investigations were suspended for no reason? It's just like, holy shit. 260,000 investigations suspended, folks. They don't work for you. They don't give a shit about you. They make over $100,000 each to play Candy Crush all day. They have no obligation to help you. They don't give a fuck. There's no reason to call the cops. 260 goddamn thousand suspended. So just crazy, crazy. I'm glad I don't live in Houston. Not like it matters where you live. It's the same everywhere. They're just like calling it out in Houston, but this is everywhere you go. It's the same shit. They don't owe you nothing. They aren't going to fucking help you. And they don't what the fuck. This kid's sort of a hero, y'all. Reason I put that to what the fuck, though, is because they literally proved him right in front of everybody. So valedictorian graduation speech gets cuts off after he criticizes the school administration.
My time at Wyoming area, I have pursued every leadership opportunity available to me. In addition to being a member of student council since I was a freshman, my classmates have also elected me class president the past 4 years, which has been my greatest honor, and I would like to thank you all for that one final time. It really means a lot. However, at our school, the title of class president could more accurately be class party planner, and student council's main obligation is to paint signs every week. Despite some of the outstanding people in our school, the lack of a real student government, combined with the authoritative attitude that a few teachers, administrators, and board members have.
See this guy over here? This guy over here, look at him. He immediately looking around, telling them to cut his mic, proving him 100% correct.
Student government, combined with the authoritative attitude that a few teachers, administrators, and board members have, prevents students from truly developing as leaders. Hopefully, this will change.
Nope. Not going to change today. You're done. Boo. Boo that man. Holy God. Way to instantly prove this kid correct. They're so authoritative. Cut his mic. Don't let him talk. Shut this motherfucker down immediately. Yep. Fire that dipshit. Holy God. And then moving on to the what the fuck section. Got two quick what the fucks. Then we're going to read the super chats. First off, on the what the fuck. You guys heard about this portal that they put in New York and in Dublin? I guess they're putting them all over the place, but these are like the first two, right? So anyway, it's like the Stargate screen. On one side, it's like the people of New York, and then on the other side, the people of Dublin have one too, so they can look out through the Stargate, and it's like they're gazing at their people across the pond. It's like we're all one, we're all in this together, right? We can have camaraderie. This brings us all together. First day it's open. Let's see how that goes. They're like, oh, Pop Smoke, Rip Pop Smoke. Okay, that's pretty cool. And what else they got to show us? What? Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you fucking didn't. Gotta start an international incident. putting up the Twin Towers on New York. What is happening? Anyway, I like that. That's actually pretty funny, Dublin. Good one, Dublin. That's one for you, Dublin. 1-0 for you, Dublin. And then, last but not least, on tonight's What the Fuck. 40 hours for this, folks. 40 hours. Oh, that was it. I got the same one twice. That was it. That was all I could find. Hell, I'm just worthless. So whatever. Hey, if you love all this tremendous show that I've created for you, could you consider please becoming a patron? Yeah. So my patron is in the description of the video. Every video, really. And this one is included. Shut up, Dusty. Nobody wants to hear you fucking talk. If you click on the more right there, boom, the first link is to my Patreon. Podcast, and then become a member. It's whatever you can afford. Like as little as $1, but hopefully you have like 10 million laying around. You can donate, but whatever, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, it doesn't matter. It matters, but just do it. Just please help me out because I work hard. Like I'm making like minimum wage and I could give you free everything. So just help me, please. I'll suck your dick for some. Anyway, move right along. Let's read the super chats. How are we doing on the super chats? We're doing bad. We're doing really bad on super chats. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to cry about it. BBC, though. BBC really helped. Half of it's from BBC tonight. At a pool birthday party, everyone have a great evening and enjoy the show. I will catch the replay. Take my money and the fur babies. Love you all. TA coming soon. Hell yeah. Love me some BBC tea. And thank you, BBC, for almost single-handedly keeping the show afloat tonight. Last time I ever do a Saturday show. Fuck it. I'm just going to skip it. Do Monday show. All right, BBC 5, kind of 5. It does pay memberships. Some of you lucky son of bitches out there better join me at the after party tonight. Got some cool stuff at the after party. Be sure to tune in if you can. Justin Joseph, $10. Vivek and brown people in general who simp for conservatives need to learn the same lesson Caitlyn Jenner and Blair White do. No matter how much they lick their taint, they will never accept you. They don't care. Enough of them accept them. Enough of them are giving them money that they're okay with being treated horribly. So what you gonna do? And Parker Aguirre, 21 months, almost 2 years of crazy. I know, right? You one of the good ones, Parker. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And The Handmaid's Tale is coming to America. I know, right? Not just a shitty TV show, also a shitty reality. And Dave Cow, if I could half as good as Dusty after no sleep for 24 hours, I would party way more. I know, right? I'm a fucking machine, yo. It's caffeine pill. I took a caffeine pill. But it'll be all right. It'll be fun. I can sleep when I'm dead. Which will be never, because I'm never going to die. We all know this. Love you, Dave. You're the best among us. The sexiest Kiwi that ever existed. Delicious fruit, yo. Isaiah Taylor survived a tornado here in Tallahassee. Love you. That's hell yeah, that's the way to do it. Fuck Jesus. Gonna have to try harder than that. BBC 666. I made it to the show. Fuck yeah, BBC. Yay for me. Fuck yeah for you. Anyway, we should withhold our vote from any politician that takes AIPAC money. Yes. Hell yeah. Or somebody in Israel. I know, right? But like that would mean you can't vote for anybody. That works for me. I should run. I'm not gonna, but I should. I would never take money from AIPAC or anybody because I'm not gonna run. Thank you, BBC. And Janice Tillman, Cat, $1.49. Definitely worth it. Cat ass. You know I love it. And 20, cut them 20. Hell yeah. 20 socialisms from Dave Kyle, the best Kiwi among us all. And everybody who gets one, love to Dave and show up at that party tonight in honor of Dave. Mwah, mwah, mwah. 3 kisses to Dave. V, $5. Always appreciate your work on the shows. Thank you, Dusty. I do work hard on the shows, V, and thank you for supporting it. You're amazing. And BBC, another 50 from BBC. That's the way to do it. BBC. Damn it. What can I say about BBC that has already been said? Such an amazing, big, everybody, like, love to BBC for keeping the show on the fucking air. I really appreciate it. Everybody was like sucking BBC's dick on the last after party, and they should. That big C. What's the C stand? I don't even. Love you, BBC. And Ivy Evans, 10. Got up 10 socialisms from Ivy Evans. Amazing. One of our amazing moderators here. Amazing person. Love me some Ivy Evans, and I appreciate you. You're amazing. I said that already. Swagger Cat, $50. Amazingly generous. The Pharaohs think you should have run for office. I know, right? But then I could do the show, and I don't really want to run for office because I don't like leaving the house very much. And it seems like I would have to leave the house and like interact with people. And that just seems terrible. But other than all of that, like if I could do it from my house, not ever have to talk to anybody, I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't think you can, though. Love you, Swagger Cat. Scritches to all the Pharaohs. And I appreciate you. $50 very generous. Everybody, suck some Swagger Cat dick. Appreciate you. Love you. And thanks everybody who chipped in. And you still have plenty of time to chip in. We're only halfway done with the show tonight. We're 50 minutes in. Got to read all the rest of them at the end of the show, so get them in. And a World Life Show forever and ever on the world's greatest program. But for now, it's time to, the rest of the show is Palestine. The whole, literally the whole rest of the show is Palestine. So, I told you, that's that's all I could find. Like, for 40 hours of me working, like from here to here, that's the only non-Palestinian stuff I could find that was worth sharing with you guys. That's what a slow fucking news week this has been. It's not because I didn't work, though. It ain't because I didn't try. It's just because you people didn't get out there and do interesting shit for me to cover. And we all know who to blame for that. You are to blame. Good thing I was here to find what little I did. Anyway, raise your power fist and prepare to get incredibly fucking... Actually, we have some good news this week on Free Palestine. I mean, not at first, of course. I mean, most of it's bad. But some of it's good, so let's Free Palestine. I actually think Israel is losing, folks. And this is the first time I felt this way. These last couple of days have actually given me some hope that Palestine is winning and is going to win in the end. But there's still a lot of horror that we're going to have to face before we get there. So let's cover what that is. I don't need to hear this, but protesting this is not anti-Semitic, folks. This is what the ghouls in Israel are doing. Israel senator mobs under the supervision of the Israeli government are sabotaging roads leading to Gaza to block and prevent humanitarian aid convoy from reaching the strip, folks. This is what they're doing. They're putting rocks in the way to make sure that starving children in Gaza and Rafah can't get food. Anything they can to make sure the suffering continues, to make sure their evil goes on for another day. There are no steps they won't take to ensure the suffering of those they feel are beneath them. Here they are continuing to block humanitarian aid from getting to the injured and starving victims of Gaza, putting their kids in strollers in front of the 18-wheelers, folks. There's nothing they won't do for their evil, and they would do it so giddily. The old saying is that evil flourishes when good men do nothing, but it's really evil flourishes when evil men convince themselves that they are good. And all these people have convinced themselves that they are good when they are fucking the epitome of goddamn evil. Look at these fucking sacks of shit. Whatever they can do to increase and continue the suffering, that's what we're dealing with here, folks. And yes, as hard as it is, we have to point out who the victims are. This little Palestinian boy was strong and happy, full of joy with his whole life and future ahead of him. Israel killed him in his sleep last night, folks. Killed this little boy. And for every one video like this I show you, there are 100 I don't. I could just do hours and hours on just what happened between the last show and this show. Not old stuff. I'm talking about new stuff. New murders, new child murders, new bodies blown everywhere, new bits. It's the most horrible shit you've ever seen. Body parts blown off where you can tell it's like a baby's hand, but the rest of it's just goo. And it's like endless videos of this that I do not show you, but I see myself. So I'm trying to spare you from that. But just know I could show you if I wanted to. It does exist. I'm just trying to spare you guys from that. But yes, breaking down. Israel is heavily bombing Gaza. All eyes on Rafah. They're still going with the genocide, with the ethnic cleansing, folks. It hasn't ended. They haven't cut back on it. They're still doing it as much as they ever fucking have. And their evil knows no bounds. Breaking Israeli settlers set fire to olive trees and agricultural crops in the village of Al-Magahir. This is north of Ramallah in the West Bank. This is nowhere near Gaza. There's no Hamas in the West Bank. It's genocide of the Palestinians. It's whatever they have to do to make the Palestinians suffer, because they literally think that they're animals. They don't think they're actually humans. And of course, we're all animals, I guess, to them. We're all, we're not God's chosen people. These Jewish supremacists doing whatever they can to harm. Meanwhile, paid for by U.S. taxpayers, folks, they found the concentration camps. CNN got secret video and released it. Horrific. Amputated limbs due to overcuffing, stripped detainees in diapers fed through straws, revenge beatings. CNN reports on Israeli detention based on accounts by whistleblowers and released Palestinians. This looks familiar, doesn't it? Where have I seen this before? It's exactly the same thing the Nazis did, folks. The new Nazi party, funded by us. We are also the Nazis. We are just an extension of the Nazis. Mass graves, bombing every hospital, killing every child, concentration camps. It's just hard to believe we've come to this. Hard to believe our media is not covering it in the way they should. I mean, I guess CNN broke the story, which is it's very surprising. But this should be on every single news channel. This should be on the front page of the New York Times. This should be on the front page of the Washington Post. It should be endless coverage. And what does this remind you of, folks? A person from Egypt who opened a hole in the wall between Rafah and Egypt, giving snacks every day through the hole. It's exactly like every movie about the Holocaust you've ever seen. Every one of them. There is no difference, folks. It's like somebody who was molested, and they go on to molest people, folks. Abused people often turn into abusers. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. And this is why the whole world hates Israel right now, folks. Because they want us to hate them. They are trying to make us hate them on purpose, because that's what they get off on. They get off on being the victim. Filming this stuff and releasing it themselves, killing the children, destroying their houses, bombing their houses, ethnic cleansing them. And then getting on their toys, riding it, putting on their mom's brassiere, smiling in front of the cameras, these fucking cavemen. Knowing that they own us. This man, this evil piece of shit, owns us. Our government doesn't work for us. This guy has universal health care. This guy has free schooling. This guy lives in a country that's many, many, many times safer than the country we live in. This guy lives in a country that's the 6th happiest in the world, many, many, many times happier than our country. While we give them $200 billion to pay for all this, folks. Because our politicians are bought and paid for. Because it's the United States of Israel. Because we are a vassal state of evil. And they are telling you outright. They're not trying to hide it, folks. It's not like this is a big secret. It's not like I'm being anti-Semitic by telling you what they're doing. Because they're the ones releasing this shit. They're the ones saying it. For example, this is Rabbi Eliyahu Mali. Here's what he had to say in public. The basic rule we have when fighting in the Holy War in this case, in Gaza, according to the doctrine, do not spare any soul. And the logic of this is very clear. If you don't kill them, they will attempt to kill you. Today's saboteurs are the children of the previous war whom we kept alive. And in reality, it is the women who create the terrorists. And this means that the principle of do not spare any soul is very clear in our concept. It is either you or them. And in reality, do not spare any soul is based on the doctrine that says he who comes to kill you in the afternoon, kill him in the morning. And the one who comes to kill you here in the broad sense is not the person who is 18, 16, 20, 30 years old. The one who points his weapon at you, but also the next generation and also those who give birth to the next generation, because in reality there is no difference. What? And elderly people? And the elderly people. There is no such thing called innocent creature. By the way, the elderly man is capable of carrying a rifle and shooting. Therefore, the Torah concept is very clear in the ruling. In Gaza, according to the estimates from the IDF, between 95 and 98 want to annihilate us. This is a silent majority. The children too should be killed? The same thing. The same thing. Huh? Who cares, right? And that's because you can't be clever. When the Torah says do not spare any soul, then you must not spare any soul. Today he is a child, today he is a youth, and tomorrow a fighter. The fighters, or those whom we call saboteurs, who are 18 years old today, were 8 years old in the previous war. Therefore, you must not stop killing. Look at this guy, too. Look. He looks like a fucking caveman. He looks like a monkey. Looks like some kind of cave, like some kind of prehistoric creature. Calling for the deaths of children. Calling for the deaths of the elderly. Calling for the deaths of women. A ghoul. A living fucking ghoul. Just crazy. They're not even fucking trying to hide it. Meanwhile, the media doing everything they can to manufacture consent, folks. Here's Time Magazine. They put this up trying to be scary. Instead, it's incredibly fucking based. The campus uprising seen from America's colleges. That's a beautiful picture, in my opinion. Nice try, Time Magazine. Meanwhile, on Elon Musk, Twitter/X, a different set of rules. An American terrorist attack, completely fine. Hamas terrorist attack, completely fine. An Israeli terrorist attack, visibility limited. This post may violate X rules against hateful conduct. Somebody just testing to see what's permissible. It's okay to shit on Americans on Elon Musk X. It's okay to shit on Hamas on Elon Musk X. Israel, nope. Nope. Not allowed. Mr. Free Speech. Of course, it's the little loophole that he puts in here. So he didn't remove it. He just makes it so no one can see it. So the fact that he didn't remove it means it's not censorship, even though it's exactly the same thing as removing it, if nobody can see it. No one is fooled by this. But yep. Bought and paid for, owned, Elon Musk like everybody else. This is exactly what's happened here. CNN, CBS, NBC, all crying along with Israel as they fucking cry. Meanwhile, right next to them, the body parts of children all over the place, the dead, the women, the elderly. And like I said, endless, fucking endless. I could show you all fucking day long. And our politicians, folks. I know people get mad at me when I say this word, but I don't know what other word to use except for cunt. Hillary Clinton wants us to know how uneducated we all are. How wrong the protesters at the colleges are for trying to save children. Trotting her out to excuse the genocide, the ethnic cleansing, because of course they fucking did.
I have had many conversations, as you have had, with a lot of young people
over
the last many months now.
Bullshit. Who?
And
no, you
you're
hadn't.
right. They don't know very much at all about the history of the Middle East, or frankly, about history.
That's right. You guys don't understand. Because of what happened in the Ottoman Empire 400 years ago, all these children deserve to be murdered. Educate yourselves.
In many areas of the world, including in our own country. But with respect to the Middle East, they don't know that under the bringing together of the Israelis and the Palestinians by my husband, the then Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, the then head of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, then the Palestinian Authority, Yasser Arafat. An offer was made to the Palestinians for a state on 96% of the existing territory occupied by the Palestinians, with 4% of Israel to be given to reach 100% of the amount of territory that was hoped for. And this offer was made, and if Yasser Arafat had accepted it, there would have been a Palestinian state now for about 24 years.
That's right. So we are right to murder all those children. All those body parts of children we blown apart, they deserved it because of Yasser Arafat 30 years ago. Get it straight, you fucking anti-genocide little bastards. I guess. I mean, even if everything you just said was true, that doesn't justify any fucking thing that's happening right now, you goddamn ghoul. You lost to Donald Trump. Maybe you should sit this one out for fucking ever. Go towards the light, cunt. Fuck Hillary. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck everything about all these people. And yes, folks, if you needed any more proof that Benjamin Netanyahu is our president, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, when he found out that it's political theater anyway. See, Joe Biden is pretending like he's finally standing up to Israel by slowing some of the arms shipment. He's still going to send them. Like, literally, they are sending them already. They've already set in motion to send them billions of dollars and billions in arms already that he's not stopping. But a few specific arms shipments, he's claiming he's going to slow down. Believe me, he's not going to when it's all said and done. He's just pretending to be tough. But anyway, the mere thought that we might not give everything Israel wants the second they want it was enough for the Speaker of the House, the most important political body in America, to call Benjamin Netanyahu and ask him what he wants him to do about the situation. The Speaker of the House calling the leader of a foreign government, asking the foreign president what he wants them to do in our country, folks. Because that's who rules us. U.S. Senate Speaker Mike Johnson says, I called Netanyahu to ask him what to do next after Biden stopped arms to Israel. He didn't do that. Mike Johnson said he was so surprised that Biden dared to defy Israel that he called Netanyahu to ask him if it was true and talked about what to do next. Then impeachment talks began against Biden. A foreign government has given marching orders to the Speaker of the House of Congress to impeach our president, and they're fucking doing it, y'all. Consulting with a foreign leader to undermine American democracy is what they're doing, folks. And yes, U.S. says Israel may have breached international law with American weapons in Gaza, but they're not going to do anything about it. They're still going to send the shipments. They basically say, we think they are doing war crimes, that we don't give a shit. They're admitting to it, but they're still not going to hold them accountable. And yes, U.S. finds Israel use of weapons in Gaza inconsistent with human rights law, but will not cut flow of arms. Literally could not give a shit less what they do. And don't let them fool you, folks, with this political theater Biden is doing. Israel due to get billions of dollars more in U.S. weapons despite Biden's pause. Billions of dollars worth of U.S. weaponry remains in the pipeline for Israel despite the delay of one shipment of bombs and a review of others by President Joe Biden's administration concerned their use in an assault could wreak more devastation on the Palestinian civilians. A senior U.S. official said this week that the administration had reviewed the delivery of weapons that Israel might use for a major invasion of Rafah, a southern Gaza city where over 1 million civilians have sought refuge. But yes, they're still sending a wide range of other military equipment is due to go to Israel, including joint direct attack munitions, which convert dumb bombs into precision weapons and tank rounds, mortars, and armored tactical vehicles. They're still sending them all the same shit. They're withholding a couple small shipments so Biden can try to fool progressives into believe that he actually gives a shit, that he's actually going to hold them accountable, but it's all political theater, folks. Butcher Biden, still going to send the bombs to kill the kids. Don't be fooled. And, yeah, Netanyahu pulling the strings over this country, folks. They called him immediately, asked him what he wanted them to do. They said, go impeach Biden over not giving us everything we want as soon as we want it. And that's what they're doing. Here they're on Fox News explaining it.
Congressman, on what grounds would you impeach President Biden?
Well, if you look at where we are, Stuart, I mean, President Biden is failing on so many different fronts. But if you look at Israel, you showed those quotes and tweets, what he said when he was a candidate, you know, and he sure was bold then, but he'd probably like to eat some of those words today, because what he's done to Israel, walking away from our strongest ally in the Middle East, is disgraceful. You've got Democrats even admitting that right now. Our main objective is to get Israel the support they need to show that we stand with our ally Israel, even if Joe Biden's walking away because he is now trying to appease the pro-Hamas wing of his party.
Is it a high crime and misdemeanor to walk away from a big ally?
No. What we want to do is get President Biden to actually go and deliver that aid. I mean, ultimately,
Congressman,
no, it's not. We're just going to try to force him to give Israel whatever they want. It doesn't matter, folks. He basically has thrown away his chance to be president again. He's thrown away American democracy so Donald Trump can win. He's given Israel everything they want. He's aided and abetted them in genocide, in child murder. He's destroyed his legacy. He's going down in history as Butcher Biden. Still, it's not enough, folks. It's never fucking enough. You must never even pretend like you're not going to give Israel everything they want as soon as they want it, or else we're going to impeach you. Not just him saying it. Here's Representative Wesley Hunt.
Republicans are drafting articles of impeachment against Biden over this arms embargo. Yeah. I take it you would support that, but on what grounds is it an impeachable offense?
So if you think about it, the relationship that we have had with Israel goes back for generations. I spent 2 years in Saudi Arabia as a diplomatic liaison officer. That is the only Western ally, true Western ally, that we have in that entire region. So the idea that the United States will not continue to support Israel, the very country that put the Judeo in Judeo-Christian, is actually an impeachable offense.
It's not.
We have a strong relationship with them.
Is it a high crime and misdemeanor? Really?
A high crime and misdemeanor would be to turn our backs on a country that we have supported for decades.
That's a very political statement.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, it's not. But if you don't bow down to Israel every second of every day, if you don't prove to the world that they rule you, impeachment, just so ridiculous. Our country is so done for. It's so over. And yet Joe Biden apparently is going to have the Democratic convention online because he's worried about protesters, y'all. Yeah. Bravery at its apex. Joe Biden's top advisors are worried the Democratic convention could erupt in protest, so they're pushing to move it semi-online, says Politico. And yeah, stop military support for genocide, move convention online to avoid people protesting genocide. Of course, Butcher Biden. Gonna move it online so we can't protest. So we can't try to stop the murder of children. Whatever he can do to continue the slaughter of the Palestinian people, he will do. And not looking good for him, folks. Don't shoot the messenger.
Let's look at the choice for president in 2024 among Biden's 2020 voters, all right? Because I think this sort of illustrates sort of how Biden's getting pushed a little bit. So if you like Biden on the Israel-Gaza war, look at that. He's getting 87% of the vote. RFK Jr. is getting 8%. Donald Trump way down here at 4%. But if you dislike Biden, if you disapprove of the job he's doing on the Israel-Gaza war, look at this. He's getting just 50% of that vote. My goodness gracious. These are people who voted for him last time. RFK Jr. is getting 20%. This is just a 30-point margin compared to a 79-point margin among those who approve of Biden on the Israel-Gaza war. This is a huge dividing line within the Democratic Party, and that's something, of course, we're seeing right now between the progressive wing and those more centrist or mainstream Democrats.
And as a confession, we're such nerds that occasionally Harry sends me some of this data. And the number that jumped out here, RFK at 20% among people, Democrats who voted for Biden in 2020 and dislike him on the Biden war. I think your next slide points to a little bit of what's going on here.
What exactly is cooking? Why do they dislike Biden on Israel? Okay. America's support for Israel is, now this is among 2020 Biden voters who are currently not voting for him. So it's those dislike, those disapprovals. Take a look here. Do you believe that America's support for Israel is too much? The clear majority, 60% of those folks who are currently not voting for Biden, but did last time around, say that America's support for Israel is too much. Just 24% say about right. You get this 4% who say not enough. But this group is double the size of the about right and not enough combined. And a lot of those folks at this particular point aren't necessarily going for Donald Trump. They're going for RFK.
I got to say that not enough is virtually nothing here. In general, what is Biden's support among those who were with him before?
Yeah. This, I think, is the key point. Biden versus Trump 2024 poll margin. The reason Trump's ahead, he's holding on to more of his base right now. That 2020 voters leading by 81 points. Biden's just holding on, winning among that group by 73 points. That's the story of this election. It's why Trump is in much better position than he was 4 years ago.
These are really...
Yeah, I hate to say I told you so, but no, I fucking don't. Told everybody fucking this. He doesn't give a shit, literally going to lose the presidency so they can murder more children. That's where we're at, folks. Get mad at me for saying it all the fuck you want to, but I tried to stop it. I tried to get everybody to stand up and get Biden out of there while we still have the fucking chance. And just in case you think, like, I'm not saying Trump gonna be any fucking better, y'all. Here's the other choice we have. Donald Trump. Crooked Joe Biden, whether he knows it or not, just said he will withhold weapons from Israel as they fight to eradicate Hamas terrorists in Gaza. Hamas murdered thousands of innocent civilians, including babies, and are still holding Americans hostage. If the hostages are still alive, yet Crooked Joe is taking the side of these terrorists, just like he has sided with the radical mobs taking over our college campuses because his donors are funding them. Yep. Trump vowing to be even fucking worse. So we don't really have a choice at all. It's a nightmare scenario in a broken country in rapid fucking decline. But at least there are heroes stepping up across the world. The King of Spain, king should exist, fuck that shit. Anyway, condemns Israel's genocide. They did not begin on October 7th. It was when this terrible escalation of violence began with the devastating destruction and humanitarian crisis in Gaza. It has reached unimaginable levels and is of the utmost concern to everyone. Brazil canceling the $134 million arms deal with Israel. Hell yeah. And folks, historic day for Palestine. The UN General Assembly voted to grant Palestine new rights and revive its UN membership bid. Palestine had overwhelming support among the member states. Guess who voted against it? Yep, Israel, United States. Always Johnny on the spot to support evil in any way they can. Please tell me more how Joe Biden bears no responsibility for any of this. Siding with Israel every step of the way, covering for their crimes, sending them the bombs, sending them the money. Joe Biden. But a big day, and this gives me hope, folks. It seems like things are slowly changing. It seems like Palestine might actually win this. And when you have whiny piss babies having to do stunts like this, you know it's not going well for them. This is Israeli ambassador to the UN.
This is you are shredding the UN Charter with your own hands.
As he literally shreds the UN Charter with his own hands. You can't get any more ridiculous than this, folks. It's like the kid that has the boot on his hand and he's stomping on his own head. That's what's happening here. Beyond fucking parody.
Yes, that's what you're doing.
That's what
Shredding
you're
the UN
doing
Charter.
as he does it.
Shame.
Just absolutely pathetic, desperate as it fucking gets. They know they're fucking losing and they're scared, folks, and they ought to be. Because protests are rising up everywhere. Breaking, Princeton faculty announce 24-hour hunger strike, joining students who fasted for a week. Fuck yeah, Princeton faculty. University of Pennsylvania staff block police from entering and destroying student Gaza encampment.
Free Palestine! Faculty with students! Free Palestine!
Putting their jobs on the line.
Faculty with students!
Putting their freedom on the line.
Palestine! Faculty with students!
Doing what heroes should fucking do. Standing up to their employers, trying to get them to divest from Israel. But even in Canada, this pro-Israel parasite has taken over. The police out there beating students who are simply trying to stop children from being murdered. The University of Calgary put up a sign that said, disrupt something. And the minute the students tried to disrupt the genocide of the Palestinian children, they sent riot police to beat their heads in, folks. Here's Justin Trudeau's Canada. Sitting in the jackbooted thugs, eh? To assault the students.
We're moving down on the sidewalk, right in the building corner.
Look at you fucking losers. You fucking fascist. And that's exactly what they did, folks. I thought Canada was supposed to be more progressive, but nope. Here they are beating the shit out of them. Taking their baton, whacking them in the head. Why not? You don't have the right to try to stop children from being murdered. The fascist fat shits. Exactly like there are in America. Doesn't matter where you're at, folks. Israel owns your goddamn country. But all over the world, people are standing up against the fascism, folks. Breaking live from London. Protesters have blocked the Waterloo Bridge, declaring it a site of civil resistance against the UA government's complicity in Israel genocide in Rafah. Even in Hiroshima City, Japan, folks. Stop the Rafah invasion. Even the heroic Japanese people standing up. And even in Israel, folks, Israel is losing the media war. This is the University of Southern California, first of all. 2024 valedictorian Asna Tabassum received a standing ovation at the university award ceremony. That's California, folks. And even in Israel, you won't sit on the news with thousands of Israeli, Jews, and Palestinians march together demanding an end to the war.
אלפי יהודים ופלסטינים, אזרחי ישראל, שצועדים עכשיו ביחד בתל
Aviv together demanding a ceasefire. We demand an end to the killings. They're both children in Rafah and in the city. We know this is the only way to liberate the hostages we have. True story. Taking to the streets, demanding the resignation of Bibi Netanyahu, folks. Lots of amazingly fine Jews who don't want any of this done in their name, putting their bodies on the line, throwing it against the gears of the machine. And thank you, heroes. That's exactly what we need worldwide. More of that, please. Gives me some hope that things are actually changing for the better. And that is my Palestinian coverage. And that's my show for tonight, folks. That's more than 40 hours work. That's what I was able to put together. What you going to do? Sometimes you have weeks like that. So at least got to hang out with each other on a Saturday night. It was fun. And be sure to tune into the after party tonight. We have from here all the way down to here to cover tonight. Hell yeah, you know you want to come join. But let's read the super chats. If you bail out, please hit the like button. Please leave comments. Please join my Patreon, folks. Very important. If you like all the work I put in so much work. Please support the show. Every little bit adds up. Please don't let the show just go bankrupt and end. Please help if you can. Please chip in. And Chris Clark, 10 Evil Dusty memberships. Thank you, Chris Clark. You rock. Oh, I forgot. I'll do it next show. I got some, I think it was Mitchell Guide, I think, sent me a whole bunch of flea medication for the cats. I'll get it on the next show, I promise. Thank you for continuing to educate people on this hard news. Hey, thank you for supporting it. My dogs are goth. And scritches to all your dogs. I bet they're cute. BBC, I hope you enjoy the green screen because duct tape is expensive. Yeah, it is. I got to get it set up. I got to figure out a way to use it in my particular setup I have here. But I will, and I do appreciate BBC. Very generous. You are amazing. Thank you for your kindness. It really, it's very touching and very much appreciated. Shout out to the 40 kitties for cheering us on Free Palestine. Hell yeah, got a little kitten back. Look at this little kitten. Look at this little kitten, baby. Yeah, she's so cute. She's out like a light. Out like a light, like a light, like a light. Shout out to the floating kitties. Already read that. Thank you, V. Janice Tilby, 999. Love to you, Janice. Hillary can go back to her cave now. Yeah, quit carting that fucking cunt out. Send her back under her rock. Looney Tunes. Hillary, go back in her cave. Yep. Stay safe, stay strong. I will do. Thank you, Christopher Green. I appreciate you. Dave, but wait, Dusty, Biden said they're definitely not targeting civilians because if they were, well, gosh, he'd be so disappointed. Yep. Butcher Biden, definitely a true teller, isn't he? Try that motherfucker at The Hague. Wings of Shoe, $5. Electronic Intifada gets and shows many videos of the resident eliminating IDF terrorists and shows even more of the war crimes IDF are committing. Yeah, I can't show a lot of that on the show. They'll delete me, but I have seen some of that. I saw the guy, the sniper that hit the guy with the incendiary round. Is that how you pronounce that word? That was disturbing. Ivy Evans, the chat wants you to know they are forever grateful for your coverage. We need to see the tragedy to make the changes needed to save as many people as can. I mean, I very much appreciate that, Ivy Evans. I mean, that's why I do it. I'm hoping that I can play a very small part in making the change. You know, if I could just help, not even save one kid's life myself, but just help amongst other people save somebody's life, it'll be worth doing this. Like, that's all you can do, though, is try, right? I feel so helpless. We feel powerless, and I don't know what else to do except for use my platform and put the spotlight on it. And thank all of you for, supporting it. And Rocket 6923, very generous, $40. He didn't say nothing, and you ain't got to. Rocket! Love you and appreciate you. Everybody, big love to Rocket. Thanks, Ceci. You're the best. You're the best, Otto. Sorry, the take is low tonight. First paycheck in 8 months coming Wednesday more than, hey, that's all right. It picked up a little bit, JT. Helped out. Thank you for chipping in. It all means a lot. It's very generous. Appreciate you, JT. And let's see if anything popped up. Thanks, Dusty. You do important work. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a dust buddy, Mick. And Chris Clark. Hell yeah, Chris Clark gets a 10. Got him 10 socialisms. Everybody show up at the after party tonight. You're not going to want to miss it. And give Chris Clark the thanks if you got one. And, all right, folks. I'll be back on Monday. Hell yeah. I only have one more day to put another show together, so we'll be working as soon as the show's over. I'll be working on the next show, working all day tomorrow. I don't even get a weekend off. But what you gonna do? It's my job, so I gotta fucking keep doing it. Somebody's got to support these cute little motherfuckers. Look, they know it's time. These little assholes know it's time. All right, I'm doing it. Give me a second. How do you guys know already? How do you guys just know that the show's over? Weird. All right, get out. Get out so I can put this down and get you guys some treats. All right, folks, I'll be back Monday. It's only the day after tomorrow for another episode of the world's greatest show for those of you not tuning in to the after party. So mark it on your calendars. Tell your friends. Leave comments on the show. Please go join my Patreon. All of the things. But for now, we're going to do a kitty car. I'm going to play this song. I haven't played this song in a while. Remember this shit? Well, there we go. Old school.
Dusty, you've gotten rusty. Why are you playing those video games? Hey, Whitey, if Trump's in the White House, then why are you playing those video games?
Remember that? It's a song they made to make fun of me. The Drunken Peasants fan base made this song to make fun of me. Because I told them that SJWs were the most important thing to talk about.
Your way, but it's hard with VR goggles on your face. You told so many people that you're taking them on. Taking on Trump, taking on the right, but it seems kind of hard to find.
So hard to find.
Yeah, it seems kind of hard to find. Dusty, you're getting rusty. Why are you playing those video games? Why do you Trump's in the White House? Why are you playing those video games? Let me try to explain. It's odd when you get mad at what other people make and then most of what you create is some jokes and fucking video games.
I'm the worst.
So you're a troll and a showman. Well then I really don't know then what you think or believe, what you really think when you're making up a show in your Facebook posts.
Got me. Thank you, ISO 1010. Wish me luck. I'll be driving with my dad to Mississippi. Mississippi's pretty cool. Have fun in Louisiana. Hell yeah. Don't know about politics. No good come of it. Good night, everybody. See you at that party.
You've gotten rusty. Time to retire to your private lake.
Woo!
Whitey, I don't hate you. I'm just disappointed.
Disappointed? Me too. I am the worst. Switch over now. Don't play that song. Don't play that song. Don't get me copyrighted. Switch over now.